Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video on my channel. This one will be slightly different than the rest, as it will be a discussion video. This is a brand new idea I had for my channel, and basically it's a video where I discuss and talk about certain topics and just give my opinion on it. So yeah, if you have any ideas of what I can talk about, just leave it down in the comments. Anyways, in this video I'm going to be talking about Odyssey 2. But specifically its kingdoms. I have an entire list here of I think it's like 10 to 15 kingdoms, and yeah, there's some pretty cool ideas, so you want to stick to the end. But yeah, let's get started. Alright, so the first kingdom I have, and also I forgot to mention that these are in order, but the first kingdom I have on my list is the Mushroom Kingdom. So this would be basically starting where the first game ended, at the Mushroom Kingdom again, but it's a bit more run down, and obviously Bowser's taken over it. It'll be similar to the one in Galaxy 2, except it'll have much more exploration and obviously be unique from the others. Yeah, but basically Bowser's airships will be all flying in the sky. After post-peace, after you beat Bowser, it would have like some moons, but it won't be a giant kingdom. But yeah, I think this is a good place, just like the original games, to start off in the Mushroom Kingdom once again. So the second kingdom, or the first major kingdom that you'll visit after the Mushroom Kingdom, is the Grassy Kingdom. So this will be a giant field and grasslands just to explore, very open world, as I think the Odyssey games do benefit from open world kingdoms, rather than just kind of straightforward kingdoms. So, this would take some inspiration from Breath of the Wild. Obviously that game has such a huge map, and just so many places to explore. Also, it would have a bit of a fantasy style to it, with like, maybe some like hobbit holes, and there could be like, obviously it's a grassy world, so it's gonna be pretty basic and not too difficult. It's the introduction, but it could definitely have some interesting moons. Just, you know, I can picture already just a note block one just rolling around the hills. Like, they already have that in the Sand Kingdom, I think, but yeah, so many cool challenges could be in this kingdom, and I think it's a perfect starter one. So the third idea for a kingdom, and possibly one of my favorites on this list, is the Artsy Kingdom. Obviously this kingdom will be very colorful, where it's filled to the brim with paints, pastels, and paintbrushes, but also it won't just be visual arts. There'll also be many music and dance studios, and also there could even be a theater for drama. The possibilities of challenges in here is just endless, because you can just imagine, like, say, I don't know, painting a picture of an outline of Mario with like the different colors to get a moon, or just even like memorizing a song and having to play it on a piano. So yeah, this is definitely one of my favorite ideas I have on here, and I have seen a lot of other people say like either an art kingdom or a music kingdom, but I think we could mix the two, and it could just make a pretty big kingdom, but a really good one. After the Artsy Kingdom, we actually have our first split. This is between two kingdoms that I'm just surprised weren't in the first game and could be really, really cool in Odyssey 2. The first kingdom that I'm talking about is the Congo Kingdom. This will be a giant jungle that's based off of the beloved Donkey Kong and his friends. There could be just so many things in here. You can blast around in the cannons, you can climb up all of the trees, and obviously there would be the animal partners in there that maybe you can even capture. There could be multiple for different challenges. The boss battle could be King K. Rool. That could be super cool, but who knows, they might do the Brutos again, or maybe their own bosses, but I think King K. Rool would be super cool. And yeah, the Congo Kingdom is very surprising how it wasn't in the first game, but hopefully they'll add it to the second game, and it's just a really good idea. Okay, so after the Congo Kingdom, this is the split path, obviously, and here we have a kingdom that it just boggles me why it wasn't in the first game. It's a haunted / spooky kingdom, which I decided to call the Haunted Kingdom. So this would obviously take some elements from Luigi's Mansion, and also the Ghostly Galaxy from Mario Galaxy. In case you don't remember or didn't play Galaxy, there's actually a Boo power-up where you can shake to become invisible, and I think capturing a Boo in Odyssey and doing the same thing would be really cool. Obviously it'll be a reference to the original game, but you can just imagine the challenges to get different moons. And yeah, there could even be obviously different floors of the mansion, each with a different theme, and then just a boss battle at the top. There can be, King Boo, which is an obvious choice, but maybe even like almost something like Bouldergeist from Galaxy again. But yeah, we really need a spooky kingdom, and yeah, it's just a really good idea. Straight after the Haunted Kingdom, we have a kingdom that could have possibly been leaked in the original game. And this is the Delfino Kingdom. Obviously, Delfino Plaza was the major place in Super Mario Sunshine, and it's just overall an iconic area in the Mario history. And having a kingdom just based around it would be so cool because, sure, Sunshine, we got to explore it, but I think we could even explore more. Like, imagine just like going inside every single building, and yeah, there could be so many possibilities. But in case you don't know what I was talking about it being leaked, I think on the original map of Super Mario Odyssey, in like the corner, there was actually the shape of Delfino Island, which was a dolphin. So yeah, could Nintendo have leaked it? I don't know, but they definitely should bring this to the next game. Okay, so next up we have a kingdom that I personally really want. The Sand Kingdom was cool, but I feel like it didn't utilize everything that you can do in a desert, so that's why here we have the Western Kingdom. This will be based on the Wild West, and will take some inspiration from Calamari Desert. You can just imagine like the train that comes every like few minutes, and you can just climb on it. Maybe there's a power moon in the caboose or the front. Yeah, there can be really cool challenges. Obviously there'll be some Wild West buildings, some pubs, some taverns, and maybe we could even have the cowboys as like the villagers of the kingdom. I guess that's what you call them, but yeah. This Western Kingdom would be a really cool idea. The Sand Kingdom was cool, but this could possibly be even cooler. So yeah, really hope to see this. Okay, so coming right after the Western Kingdom is the Deep Sea Kingdom. In the previous entry, we've had 2 water kingdoms, but both didn't really explore the entirety of the ocean, they just explored the surface. That's why in the next game, I think we should go deep down into the depths down below. There could be tons of jellyfish everywhere, maybe even submarines. Obviously, it's going to be pretty dark, maybe even almost pitch black, but it could really make a cool idea, like just all of like the shipwrecks, even the coral down there. We can just see what's all the way down, and obviously there will have to be lots of bubbles because, Mario has to breathe somehow, but maybe they can even implement a gimmick of a scuba helmet where he can breathe infinitely. I don't know, it seems like a pretty cool kingdom to me. Okay, we have yet another split. This is between 2 kingdoms that are very different but are both really good ideas. The first one is the Clockwork Kingdom. Obviously, we've had Tick-Tock Clock in both Mario 64 and Mario Kart DS, and I love both of them. So that's why I think we need a really cool HD version of Tick-Tock Clock. Obviously, there'll be the inside of the clock with many gears and challenges to explore, but even there could be a medieval clockwork city outside. Just imagine exploring an entire city of just clockworks and just very magical, fantasy-like. It could be really cool. But inside the clock, there could be so many challenges. Imagine spinning gears to like make a contraption work that gives you a moon. You can obviously maybe adjust the clock hands to a certain time. Yeah, I could think of more right now, but like this video would go on for a while. But yeah, you can definitely get a sense of what I'm saying. A Clockwork Kingdom would be very cool. Okay, the second track in our second split is the Jolly Kingdom. This kingdom would be a winter-themed kingdom, but unlike the Snow Kingdom in the previous game, it would actually be very fun and happy. There would be a Christmas tree in the middle with tons of Christmas houses around, and lots of candy canes and presents just everywhere. I could even think, like, the villagers of this world could even be the elves, and there could even be a Santa Claus there. And just the endless possibilities in this kingdom. I mean, like, I don't think there has been a Christmas-themed, like, area or kingdom in a 3D Mario before. So it would be a very unique idea. You can just imagine, like, opening a present to get a power moon, and, like, the boss battle being, like, an evil Santa or a reindeer. Yeah, it's just a really good idea. Okay, we are nearing the end with our third last kingdom being the Sky Kingdom. So Odyssey's Cloud Kingdom was cool, but you really didn't get to explore a lot. So that's why I really want to remake a kingdom in the next game, but make it way bigger, way cooler to explore, and just be packed with airships, vines, and like just so many like things to explore. This will be obviously inspired by Mario Kart 8's Cloud Top Cruise, and obviously like Sky Garden from Super Circuit, and just the various other Sky Worlds from the Mario games. There's usually one in every single one. But yeah, the Sky Kingdom would be very cool. Again, I'm surprised how little they did with the Cloud Kingdom. Like, just imagine going across the airships. There could even be a Bowser Jr. boss battle, because he is known to be inside those airships. Yeah, just so much to look at. Maybe you could even capture Lakitus and fly around, because in the first game you can capture Lakitus, but it was just for fishing. I think they could be utilized a lot more. Yeah, the Sky Kingdom would be really, really cool, and just a much better version of the Cloud Kingdom. The second to last, and possibly best kingdom that I'm predicting in Odyssey 2 is the Future Kingdom. We've had Nudong City in the previous entry, so I think it would be really cool if Nintendo was inspired by their own city, Tokyo. We could also have some elements from Splatoon's Inkopolis, which would be really, really cool. It would just be a giant city, so futuristic. There could even be like a monorail going around, and just like the enemies would be so cool. And you can maybe use technology to get a moon, maybe control like maybe use VR to like look around and see a moon, or I don't know. But it would just be so cool to have a Future Kingdom. I've always loved Future Kingdoms and levels, and the amount of possibility as an Odyssey Kingdom would just be wild. So yeah, a Future Kingdom is a must-have for me, and I think it could be super cool. The final kingdom that I'm predicting in Odyssey 2 is the Magma Kingdom. This will also be the kingdom that you fight Bowser in his own castle. So this is basically going to be similar to the World 8 in the new Super Mario Bros. Games, but would obviously bring its own great 3D twist. It would also be similar to the Melting Magma Galaxy in Super Mario Galaxy. I think that's what it's called. But yeah, it would be pretty difficult, obviously, as it's the final kingdom. There'd be a lot of fire obstacles. You could obviously like capture the Potaboos, and just go around in them. Use those cannons from Luncheon Kingdom just to go around. You could even maybe go on top of some of the airships from the Sky Kingdom that we mentioned earlier. So yeah, the final boss will be Bowser, and for the boss fight, I mean, I think we should stick to original. Making it like 64 would be cool, but like maybe making different levels, like making it longer, because the 64 one was a bit short. But maybe like mix all of like the previous boss battles into one. That could be really cool, and like obviously introduce a new mechanic. But yeah, we actually have one more kingdom to discuss right now. So as you may know, in the original game, when you beat Bowser in the Moon Kingdom, if you got enough moons, you could visit the dark side and the darker side of the moon. So now that we explored the moon, I think we should explore the sun. That's why the mini like challenge level kingdom at the end that I'm predicting is the sun's core. So this would basically just be a gauntlet of so many different challenges, but I think it should be longer and harder than the darker side, because honestly, like, darker side was really hard, but like I think we can go even more extreme. I'm talking like perfect run levels of difficulty, or like the impossible pack from New Super Mario Bros. 2. Okay, maybe not that hard, but yeah, we should have a really good challenge that only, and maybe also, I was thinking, we could even have a leaderboard like a leaderboard for like the fastest person to complete it. That could be really cool. Yeah, maybe we could have that for all of the kingdoms actually. A leaderboard would be a really, really cool idea. But yeah, that's basically the end of this video. I hope you all enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe if you like this video. And yeah, comment below what you want to see in the future in these discussion videos. But yeah, for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later.